Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Ryan Fowler from Orion Media Group, to present to us on AuthorityThrough conversation. Ryan Fowler is the founder of Orion Media Group and an experienced photographer and videographer working and creating with small business owners to develop effective video strategies that guide customers along the customer journey. He has created a system that gets the right message to the right person through a strategic video framework. Ryan's clients have seen the benefits of this system across a wide range of industries, and now he's going to share a piece of this process with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ryan Fowler.
Today I'm going to talk to you about building authority through conversation. As you've heard a few times throughout this morning, I love podcasting. I've been in the creation space for the last 8 years, covering photography, video, and now incorporating content creation, not movement creation. My legs don't move that much. But in this kind of time period, the span of time that I've been in content creation, I've worked with a lot of businesses, both large and small, government organisations. And one of the big things that I've learned and continue to apply throughout my entire career so far has been building authority within the industry that I'm in and my clients are in. So what I'm going to cover for you is the value of building authority in your industry and your niche to be positioned as an expert. Some of the ways we can do that, I'm actually going to give you some practical tips if you want to. That's just kind of forewarning if you want to grab a pen. Otherwise you'll be scrambling for it and probably miss something. But the other side of it is how you can then start to implement a bit of that. So I'm not sure who's doing our time here. Thanks, Tom. I will keep an eye on the phone. Thank you. Perfect. All right. So let's start off with the value of building authority. The reason that we do that, actually, let's just start off. Why would you want to build value and authority? I'm going to put this out to you. Why do you want to build value and authority?
So you stand out as the expert. So someone says they've got two people to compare it to, and they look at somebody who has got a lot of content, is out there on a lot of different social media, giving value, then that's usually good on those. Price won't come into it.
That's exactly right. Anyone else got any other thoughts?
I think it allows people to trust you as well.
Trust, yeah.
I think that's a massive thing within business.
Absolutely. So those two reasons are probably the top two reasons for building authority. And they're actually the two I'm going to start off with trust. So building trust and authority in a digital space is one of the hardest things you can do. It's one of the most valuable things you can do, and it's one of the easiest things that you can break. And once you break it, it's much harder to get back. So when you build trust, it's easy to build trust and relationships with people in person most of the time. If you've got similar values and you can go and connect with people and get to read their body language, then great, you start to build trust with people in person. But to do it online, people have to be able to see value in the content that you actually deliver. And I'll share with you a little bit more about that coming up. But people have to start building a relationship, and that comes through the formats of the meetings that we actually communicate with people through. So building trust is one of the best things that you can do to live in an online space. It was actually the very first episode of my podcast that I did with business coach, just some specific thing I know one person. But I did the first interview with him on building trust and authority in the space because it is such a valuable thing. The other side of it is being positioned as the expert, being seen as a go-to person, being seen as the person that's got the answers, whether you're a couple of examples in the room, a life coach, a business coach, Matt, Being seen as the expert in your specific industry gives you some kind of differentiation. Like Janine said, balancing between both, between two people. So Matt with tax and grants, he was to put out content that gave people value, gave people an insight behind the veil look of what it's like through the process that builds that trust. Then it opens up an opportunity to start a conversation. People feel like they've been educated, which if you actually do what you do educate them, because then people will, that continues that trust building process. Throughout this trust building process as well, being able to be seen are some of those critical elements that only become available. So when it comes to actually what you can do to build this trust and authority, a little bit of the how, so to speak, is I'm going to give you three really simple things you can start off with. So number one is answer people's questions. How many of you have been asked questions by a client? I expect every hand to go up. Because if you've not been asked a question by a client, then either you're really great at answering all their questions in your copy, or they're not interested enough to actually ask you a question. So, in your industry, you know the depth of knowledge of the questions that people ask, and this also ties into kind of video content strategy as well. Is when you answer people's questions, it gives them a trustworthy factor that you know what their problem is. You know what they're going to ask before they have to ask it. And being able to go through that process, and I'll give you an example. One of the questions that I get asked the most is, how long should a podcast episode be? So in that, by people asking that question, I've got videos and everything kind of built up the way to be able to answer that question. But being able to answer that question thoroughly with an in-depth answer that makes logical impact and sense to the value that they want. Because remember, when you are answering someone's question, they're asking because they want to answer, not how you can do it for them. They want to know what the process is, and the offer comes after to actually be able to help. So answering people's questions, especially before they have to ask it, is a fantastic way of building good trust and authority. And this starts coming through in conversation, not in a one-way sense. So most people think video is talking to the camera. It's not. You're looking through the lens to the person you're actually talking to, and you're answering their question specifically, so it feels like you're talking to them. And when someone feels seen, heard, and understood, that trust factor will then build. As that trust factor builds, you can start doing more, start trusting them, start asking more questions. You start getting a psychological profile of who this person is. So answering questions has a massive value. The second one is and it was, if you can articulate someone's problem better than they can, they will build massive trust. So when you understand your client, the questions they ask, this is as we start to go to deeper levels. You can then articulate your value and how it's going to solve their problem, because you're articulating it better than they can, and you can offer a solution that's going to be genuinely valuable. And that builds, it starts to give people enough trust that they don't even have to go through a sales conversation in lots of aspects with you, because you're supposed to, they're the person they know and feel confident and trust that can then build, that can then help them solve their problem. So the other side of it is, how do you actually communicate this message? Right on time to quite happy. How do you communicate this message? So the two key aspects that I personally feel are of best value are video and podcasting. One of the reasons I focused on video, work with people to develop video marketing strategy, and I focus on podcasting, because I believe that it opens up conversation. So building a video catalog, a library through YouTube, integrating with Google, this kind of ties into all your digital strategy and SEO posting that on your blog and all that sort of stuff. They're all things you can do with it. But the fact is, video as a communication medium is so valuable because it gives people multiple sensory interactions. It's visual and it's auditory. And if you give them something to be able to download, a lead magnet of sorts, that's going to help solve them around the top of that video, they can do that out and got touch. So you're giving people multiple areas to connect with you on a sensory level to give them a depth of experience in a scalable format that you apply once and continue over time. So that's the factor of video. I probably rant and rave about it for ages, but there is so much value to be said about that. The other side is podcasting, whether that's interviewing, chatcasts, whatever the different scenario is, or you're just out there sharing information. Doing this process and being able to have a long conversation the value that you can bring to us really helps to build that trust factor again. So all of these elements are coming together to bring conversation with someone else in a scalable format that engages with them on multiple emotional and sensory levels, that gives them a depth of experience with trust and authority in feeling that they are in a conversation level. It's one of the best ways we can help to continue to grow and market that. I got 10 taps, so that's my 10 minutes up, but I was pretty well bang on time. Is there anyone that has any questions? No.
Not that I want to steal your IP, but obviously having that repository of content is really important. I'm not a big believer in the proliferation of content being jammed down your throat 25 times a week. But obviously when you do your podcast, you're invited to become a part of a podcast. You're creating content, right? You give your clients the opportunity to download and save that content. How do you see content in your podcast being available to the clients?
Sure. So there's two positions in podcasts, the host and the guest. So as a host, you're the one that gets seen as the go-to expert, place to be, place to go, all that sort of stuff. As the guest, you get seen as an expert around the particular topic within the industry that the host is featuring your podcast. Does that make sense? Yep. So as a guest on a podcast, a good host will often deliver some kind of marketing collateral. Oftentimes, you don't get to keep the sort of full length of content that is copyright on podcast hosts. But when it comes to being able to share that position yourself, being seen as an authority on someone else's platform actually gives you a big raise. So if you've got marketing that has something to share, obviously that's helpful and beneficial for the host as well as you as the guest being able to position listed in the eyes of your online.
Mine was able to ask some questions. So
anyone else? All right. Thank you very much. Pleasure.